A new week begins. The world won't wait. The clock is ticking. The seconds are slipping. You have 7 days, 7 chances to move your life forward or fall further behind. This week will pass whether you show up or not. So ask yourself right now, will I waste it or will I own it? Because this week doesn't care about your past. It doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care if last week was hard or easy or a complete failure. This is your fresh start. New week. New goals. No excuses. This isn't just a motivational slogan. This is a call to action. This is a demand. This is a line in the sand that separates those who win from those who wait. The truth is, you don't need more time, you need more intensity. More focus. More grit. You've got the same 168 hours as everyone else. The question is, what will you do with them? This week is yours to dominate. And I mean dominate, not survive, not float, not see what happens. Dominate. Why this week matters more than you think. You know why most people never reach their potential? It's not because they lack talent. It's because they treat life like it's a rehearsal. They wait for the right time. They wait for the right feeling. They wait for next month, next year, next life. Let me break the illusion for you right now. There is no perfect time. There is only now. This week. This moment. And if you can't master this week, you'll never master your future. Every successful person you admire, every athlete, every entrepreneur, every leader, they didn't get there by accident. They got there by dominating days, by winning weeks, by turning Monday into momentum and Friday into fulfillment. If you're serious about success, then you're serious about this week. You're not waiting for inspiration, you're creating it. You're not hoping for progress, you're planning it. You're not letting life push you, you're pushing back. This week is not just another page in your calendar, it's a battlefield. And how you fight on this battlefield determines who you become. So don't sleepwalk through it. Don't make excuses. Don't wish it away. Wake up with fire. Wake up with clarity. Wake up with purpose. Kill the excuses before they kill your growth. Let's talk about excuses. Because they're coming for you. They show up like clockwork. Monday morning. Cold air. Snooze button. Distractions. Doubts. Delays. Excuses are the enemies of execution. And they come dressed in logic. They whisper lies like, I'm too tired. It's not the right time. One more day won't hurt. I'll start next week. But here's the truth, every excuse you make today becomes a regret tomorrow. Excuses feel safe in the moment, but they are toxic in the long run. They rob you of your potential, your power, your progress. They keep you in comfort, and nothing great grows in comfort. You weren't born to be average. You weren't built for mediocrity. So why live like it? This week, you silence the excuses. You wake up when it's hard. You show up when it's inconvenient. You work when no one's watching. You train your mind to choose discipline over desire. You remind yourself daily, my goals don't care how I feel. And you attack your days like your future depends on it, because it does. Set ruthless goals, not wishes. Let's get something straight, goals are not dreams. they're decisions. Wishes live in your head. Goals live in your calendar. And there's a big difference between hoping and planning. This week, I want you to set goals that demand your attention. Not goals that are soft, vague, or optional. I'm talking about goals that make you sweat. Goals that stretch you. Goals that make you a little uncomfortable, because comfort doesn't create change. Ask yourself, what do I want to accomplish by Friday? What progress can I make this week that makes me unrecognizable in a month? What's one habit I can build, one fear I can face, one weakness I can attack? Then break those goals down. Assign time. Assign tasks. Assign pressure. Because if you don't put pressure on your goals, life will put pressure on you. Write them down. Review them daily. And most importantly, attach a purpose to each one. Why does this goal matter? What pain will I feel if I don't achieve it? What will my life look like if I do? That's how you turn a goal into a mission. Win the morning, win the week. Your mornings are your foundation. Win the first hour, and the rest of the day obeys. But if you snooze, scroll, or stall, you've already lost momentum before the world even wakes up. So here's the challenge: own your morning. No 1. Wake up early. No 2. Move your body. No 3. Plan your day. No 4. Feed your mind. No 5. Eliminate noise. Start each day with intention, not reaction. You should never wake up and wonder what to do. You should wake up already knowing, I have a plan. I have a purpose. I have no time to waste. Use that first hour to set the tone. That energy will follow you all day. It will bleed into your work, your focus, your habits. And when you string together 5 intentional mornings in a row, that's how you create unstoppable momentum. Because remember this: motivation gets you started. Habits keep you going. Build a no-excuse environment. You're not just fighting your inner voice, you're fighting your environment too. Look around you. Is your space helping you grow or holding you back? Success isn't just about willpower, it's about systems. It's about engineering your surroundings to make excellence inevitable. Is your phone distracting you? Put it in another room. Are people draining your energy? Limit their access. Are your evenings chaotic? Plan your next day the night before. If you're serious about your goals, your environment has to match your ambition. No clutter. No chaos. No comfort zones. Set reminders. Write your goals on your walls. Block your schedule like your life depends on it, because it does. And surround yourself with energy. Podcasts. Books. Videos. Voices that remind you of who you are and where you're going. Because your environment will either push you forward or pull you down. And if you don't design your environment, it will design your results. The power of showing up even when you don't feel like it. Let's get honest. You're not always going to feel like it. You won't always wake up inspired. You won't always be in the mood to grind, to focus, to chase your goals. But you don't need to feel like it, you need to do it anyway. Because success doesn't wait for your emotions to catch up. It rewards consistency, not convenience. You see, champions don't train when it's easy. They train when it's necessary. High performers don't work when they're in the mood. They work because they've made a decision. The gym, the study, the business, the practice, it doesn't care how you feel. But your results? They reflect what you did when you didn't feel like it. Anyone can show up when it's fun. Anyone can put in effort when the sun's shining and the coffee's hot and life feels good. But the ones who win, long-term, are the ones who show up when it's dark, when it's hard, when it's cold, when it's boring, when it's lonely. That's the difference between amateurs and professionals. Amateurs wait for the mood. Professionals create momentum. So this week, when you're tired, when you're doubting, when you hear that voice whispering, skip it, delay it, tomorrow, you answer back with one word. No. No skipping. No slacking. No slipping. Because every time you show up when it's hard, you harden your mind. You build mental calluses. You become a different breed. This week, your consistency becomes your identity. Your grind becomes your edge. And you begin to realize you don't need motivation when you've got commitment. How to turn pressure into power. Pressure is real. Deadlines, bills, expectations, failures, maybe even fear. But listen to me carefully, pressure is not your enemy. It's your gift. Pressure is a sign that you're playing for something that matters. People who feel no pressure are usually doing nothing. Living small. Staying safe. But those of us chasing greatness, we feel pressure. And we learn to convert it. How? You shift your mindset. You stop seeing pressure as pain and start seeing it as privilege. Because the fact that you even have goals, that you even care, that you even want more from life, that's something to be proud of. And pressure, when handled right, sharpens you. It makes you focused. It makes you precise. It forces you to level up. You don't rise to the level of your dreams, you rise to the level of your preparation under pressure. That's how diamonds are formed. That's how legends are born. So this week, don't run from pressure. Don't hide from hard things. Walk straight into the fire. Because pressure will either break you or build you. And you? You're being built. Destroy distractions, become laser-focused. Distraction is the silent killer. It doesn't scream. It doesn't punch. It sneaks. One notification. One scroll. One quick check. And before you know it, the whole morning's gone. The whole day's wasted. You think you're working, but you're reacting. You think you're progressing, but you're spinning in circles. And you wonder why you feel stuck, tired, and behind. You're not lacking time, you're leaking focus. Let me ask you, how many minutes are you wasting every hour? How much energy are you losing switching between apps, messages, and thoughts? How many goals are sitting in neutral because you're caught in noise? This week, you eliminate distractions like your life depends on it, because it does. Silence the notifications. Block the sites. Turn off the background noise. Say no to anything that doesn't move the needle. Give yourself sacred time, deep work time. No phone. No chaos. No nonsense. Just you and the work. You and the grind. You and your mission. Because the most powerful people in the world are not the busiest, they're the most focused. And if you can master your focus this week, you can master anything. Progress over perfection, just keep moving. Too many people are paralyzed by perfection. They want the perfect plan, the perfect timing, the perfect routine. And because they can't do it all, they do nothing. But let me be clear, progress will always beat perfection. This week, don't aim to be flawless, aim to be moving. Done is better than perfect. Momentum is more powerful than planning. You don't need to crush every workout, you just need to show up. You don't need to write a book, you just need to write a page. You don't need to master everything, you just need to start something. Because motion creates emotion. And small wins build big momentum. This week, fall in love with effort, not outcomes. Measure your success by commitment, not comfort. Every action you take this week is a brick. And brick by brick, you build the future. Not in one perfect day, but in consistent imperfect effort. So stop waiting. Stop doubting. Start building. Cut toxic energy, protect your mission. Let's talk about people. Because the truth is, not everyone deserves access to your energy. Some people are drains, not faucets. They take, they distract, they complain, they pull you into their storm. And if you're not careful, they'll drag your mindset down with them. You cannot build a powerful week around weak people. You cannot build confidence in a cloud of constant negativity. You cannot chase goals while surrounded by those who mock ambition. So this week, you protect your circle. You set boundaries. You protect your peace. You guard your mindset like it's your most precious asset, because it is. Limit your time with complainers. Cut conversations that go nowhere. Say no to energy vampires. And instead, surround yourself with fuel. People who remind you of your greatness. Voices that light a fire in your spirit. Communities that breathe possibility into your soul. Because who you surround yourself with is who you become. You are not obligated to carry dead weight into your destiny. Create your own accountability. If no one's watching, will you still show up? That's the real test of discipline. Because it's easy to perform when there's a coach, a boss, a crowd. But true accountability is built within. This week, you become your own coach, your own boss, your own enforcer. You set standards and you meet them. You set goals and you chase them. You make promises and you keep them. And when you don't feel like it, you remind yourself, my future is counting on me. Use a journal. Set daily checklists. Track your wins. Reflect at night. Celebrate the effort. Make your progress visible. Make your mission impossible to ignore. Because when you hold yourself accountable, you become unstoppable. You don't need approval. You don't need applause. You just need a clear goal, a focused mind, and the discipline to show up every single day. The midweek wall and how to break through it. Wednesday hits different. The energy dips. The novelty fades. The grind gets heavy. You start to question, am I really getting anywhere? Should I ease up? Maybe I'll reset next week. No. This is the wall. And the wall is where the weak quit and the winners keep climbing. Every powerful week has a breaking point, a moment of doubt, a test of will. And if you push through that wall, even when it's hard, even when no one sees it, you rise. This is the moment that separates you from the rest. The invisible turning point where most people stop and you choose to go further. So when that voice creeps in midweek, telling you to slow down, to take it easy, to press pause, you answer back with force. I'm just getting started. Because greatness doesn't come from a few good hours, it comes from complete follow-through. This week isn't over until you say it is. Energy is your currency, manage it like your life depends on it. Let's talk about energy. Because your time is limited, but your energy? That's what determines whether your time actually counts. You can have 24 hours in a day, but if your energy is low, scattered, unfocused, then you're just existing, not excelling. This week, you stop spending energy on things that don't matter. You stop giving energy to arguments that drain you, habits that break you, people who doubt you, thoughts that poison you, fears that freeze you. Your energy is your currency, and it's time you started investing it like a champion. Invest in workouts that strengthen you, in reading that sharpens you, in routines that ground you, in conversations that challenge you, in sleep that restores you, in food that fuels you, in silence that centers you. Protect your mind. Fuel your body. Guard your attention. Because every time you say yes to the wrong thing, you're saying no to your purpose. You don't need caffeine, you need clarity. You don't need more rest, you need more alignment. And you don't need more hours, you need to make the hours you have undeniable. How to turn setbacks into setups. Let's get real. This week, you might face some failure. You might fall short, miss a target, lose momentum, feel overwhelmed. And that's okay. Because failure is not a full stop, it's a stepping stone. The most successful people on earth are not the ones who avoided failure, they're the ones who used it. Used it to grow. Used it to get tougher. Used it to get smarter. Used it to get better. This week, when you hit resistance, you don't retreat, you re-engage. You say, "This challenge? It's fuel. This mistake? It's feedback. This pain? It's sharpening me." The storm doesn't mean you're off course. Sometimes it means you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So keep moving. Use the loss to refine your strategy. Use the setback to fuel your comeback. Use the pressure to become precise. Your mindset must be unshakable. Not if I fail, I quit. But if I fall, I rise with more fire. Because this week isn't about being perfect, it's about being relentless. Reinvent yourself daily, no more old stories. You are not who you were last week. You are not your past mistakes. You are not your old limitations. You are who you decide to become today. Let go of the story that says, I'm not a morning person. I've always struggled with this. I'm not consistent. I can't focus. I always mess up. Kill those stories. Because the old you, they don't live here anymore. This week, you start fresh. You redefine yourself. You choose new beliefs. You don't need permission. You don't need approval. You don't need to wait until next month. Reinvention starts the moment you say, I'm done being the version of me that settles. I'm done repeating patterns that keep me stuck. I'm done doubting what I know I'm capable of. And then, you back it with action. Every workout, every choice, every journal entry, every time you show up, you're casting a vote for the new version of you. So write the story you want to live. Speak the identity you want to grow into. Act like the person you know you can become. Because who you were is irrelevant. Who you decide to be this week, that's the real power. Build weekly momentum like a machine. Momentum is not magic, it's math. It's momentum built from micro-actions. One after another. Daily. Hourly. You don't get momentum from a single epic day, you build it through consistency. Here's the blueprint. Plan your week on Sunday. Don't wake up Monday guessing. Start with targets, timelines, intentions. Own your mornings. Wake up with clarity. No scrolling. No snoozing. Just doing. Block your time. Give your goals actual hours in your calendar, not vague hopes. Track your progress daily. If you can't measure it, you can't master it. Celebrate small wins. Momentum feeds on recognition. Treat every step like progress, because it is. End your day with reflection. What worked? What didn't? Adjust. Improve. Reload. That's how you make one good day turn into 5. And one powerful week turn into a new life. Momentum doesn't come to you. You build it like a machine, one system, one decision, one action at a time. Ruthless elimination of someday. Someday is the most dangerous word in your vocabulary. Someday keeps your dreams on a shelf. Someday keeps your potential on pause. Someday is a lie. Because there is no someday on your calendar. There is only Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And if your dreams aren't on this week's schedule, they're not real yet. They are still fantasy. So this week, kill someday. Replace it with now. Not someday I'll write the book. Today I write 1 page. Not someday I'll get in shape. Today I walk, I sweat, I move. Not someday I'll launch that business. Today I research, I plan, I start. Your life won't change in the future. Your life changes right now, in the moments you choose to act. So act. This week, this hour, this breath. No more someday. Just this day. Finish strong, end the week with fire. Most people slow down as Friday approaches. They coast, relax, celebrate too early. But not you. Because you know the finish line is the proving ground. This week, you don't fade, you fire up. You treat Friday like it matters, because it does. You treat Saturday like a weapon, not a waste. You close the week like a savage. Focused. Hungry. Sharp. Why? Because how you finish one week determines how you start the next. Your weekend energy bleeds into your Monday mindset. So don't collapse at the end. Double down. Show life you're not here to survive, you're here to lead. Finish your workout strong. Finish your goals strong. Finish your days with discipline. Because finishing strong sends a signal to your brain. I am the kind of person who completes what I start. And that identity? It sticks. Visualize the version of you who refused to quit. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture yourself 30 days from now if you gave this week everything. No skipping. No slacking. No distractions. Just pure effort. Who would you be? Now picture 90 days from now. A version of you with relentless consistency behind them. Clear goals. Locked habits. A stronger body. A sharper mind. A deeper fire. That version of you? It's not fiction. It's a decision. It's the byproduct of what you choose this week. Because every rep, every task, every focus minute, it all compounds. You don't wake up transformed. You earn transformation. You build it in silence. You earn it in discipline. You become it by choice. So picture that version of you. And don't just admire it, commit to it. Because that future self, they're waiting for you. But they can only exist if you do the work today. Your excuses don't deserve your future. Let this hit hard. Your excuses do not deserve your future. They didn't earn it. They didn't fight for it. They didn't struggle, bleed, sacrifice, or show up in your darkest moments. You did. So why give them the keys? Excuses are thieves dressed in comfort. They offer relief in the moment, but regret for a lifetime. So stop feeding them. Starve them with action. Choke them with commitment. Outlast them with consistency. Because your dream? It's not dying because it's impossible. It's dying because you keep postponing it for later. And later is a liar. This week, kill the excuses, or they will kill your momentum. You're not here to be average. You're not here to coast. You're not here to repeat the same tired cycles. You're here to break through. The voice in your head, make it a weapon, not a weakness. Every day, a voice will speak to you. It'll say, "You can't do this. You're too tired. You'll never change. It doesn't matter anyway." But here's the truth. That voice is not fact. It's fear. It's programming, left over from years of self-doubt, failure, and hesitation. But now, you change the channel. You rewrite the script. From this week forward, your inner voice becomes your coach, not your critic. It says, one more rep. I don't skip days. This is who I am now. Let's go. Because mindset isn't just what you think, it's what you say to yourself when it's hard. Train that voice. Rewire that voice. Make it a weapon, not a weakness. You have full control. You are not a victim to thoughts, you are the creator of them. This week, you speak to yourself like someone worth believing in. Because you are. The week that changed everything. Let me leave you with this. What if this week changes everything? What if this is the week you actually keep every promise you make to yourself? What if this is the week you stop talking and start executing? What if this is the week where you don't back down from the discomfort? What if this is the week you finally build momentum so strong, nothing can break it? This week is not random. This week is not just a page on your calendar. This is the week you rise. This is the week you choose a higher standard. This is the week you say, I'm done negotiating with mediocrity. New week. New goals. No excuses. That's not a motivational quote. That's a lifestyle. And now, it's yours. Final call to action, deliver with fire and focus. So here's the challenge. Wake up early. Move with intention. Act without waiting. Think like a warrior. Eliminate every excuse. Finish what you start. Track every win. Speak life. Ignore noise. Lead yourself. Finish strong. No fluff. No fluff motivation. No recycled lines. This is your life. This is your week. This is your move. So go make it count.